The $3 meal that keeps you alive when society doesn't give a damn. You think hunger is what kills people on the streets. Wrong. And that is exactly why everything you're about to read will feel backwards. A jar of peanut butter costs $3. Inside that plastic container sits 2,500 calories. More energy than most people consume in an entire day. No refrigeration. No cooking. No utensils. Just unscrew the lid and eat it with your fingers, like the world already ended. This is survival currency when the system fails you. Here is what nobody tells you. Each tablespoon delivers 7 grams of protein and enough fat to keep your body running for hours, not the sugar crash from a candy bar. Slow, steady fuel that actually lasts. And that resealable lid, it is armor, rain, dirt, insects. None of it touches your food when your entire kitchen is a backpack getting dragged through puddles. Food banks stock peanut butter constantly because homeless regulars request it by name. 6 to 9 months shelf life. People stockpile jars like preppers hoarding ammo. Military veterans ask for it specifically. Reminds them of MREs. The military figured out portable, durable, high-calorie survival decades before anyone else did. Old bread, the 1600 calorie trash pile. Bakeries throw out 10% of everything they make every single day. Perfectly good bread, croissants, donuts, dumped because they read 24 hours old. The audacity is staggering. A rescued loaf delivers 1,200 to 1,600 calories. That is nearly a full day's energy from someone else's garbage. Some bakery workers leave clean bags by the back door at closing time. No eye contact, no paperwork, just quiet kindness when nobody's watching. The carbohydrates expand in your stomach and create fullness that lasts for hours. Pair it with cheese from a food bank or canned tuna, and you've got an actual meal. Homeless communities share this intel like treasure maps. Bread routes through the city. Monday, the French bakery on 5th. Tuesday, the grocery store on Main. Wednesday, the bagel shop that tosses everything by 9 p.m. The 15-cent dinner. Ramen costs 15 to 30 cents per Pascal CK. 380 calories and enough sodium to replace everything. You sweat it out sleeping on hot concrete. You don't need a kitchen. Heat water in old coffee cans over tiny fires. Sterno cans. Or, this one surprised me, car engine blocks in winter. The engine stays warm for hours after parking. Free heat, free meal. Gas station, hot water dispensers work perfectly. So do library bathroom sinks if you're desperate enough. Walk into McDonald's, ask for hot water. Walk out with a full stomach. Nobody questions it. The flavor packet is genius in a dark way. MSG tricks your brain into feeling more satisfied than the actual nutrition deserves. Your stomach says barely fed, but your brain says delicious. 24 packets cost $5 at dollar stores. That is nearly a week of dinners for less than one Big Mac combo. Cold beans, the protein solution. A 15-ounce can of black beans packs 25 grams of protein. That is basically a chicken breast. Cost under $1. No fire needed. No pot. No waiting. Pop the lid. Grab a spork, eat done. That liquid sloshing around inside. Most people dump it. Big mistake. It contains nutrients. And when clean drinking water is hard to find, every drop counts. Full tap cans are gold. Many homeless people don't carry can openers. Too bulky, easy to lose. A can without a pull tab might as well be a paperweight. Here is the science. Beans release glucose slowly into your bloodstream. The sugary donut from the food pantry. Quick spike, then crash. You're hungry again in an hour. Beans keep you steady for 4 to 5 hours. Church food banks say beans are among their least donated items. Everyone donates canned corn. The good stuff rarely shows up, so homeless regulars trade for them. Got extra crackers? Swap for a can of Pintos. The condiment hack. Ketchup packets. Free, unlimited, sitting right there on the condiment counter. Mix 10 Heinz packets with hot water from the soda fountain. And you've got tomato soup. 0 cost. Mayonnaise packets. Pack 90 calories each. Grab a handful and you've got more energy than a granola bar. Sounds gross. When you're running on empty, calories are calories. Taco Bell hot sauce on saltine crackers becomes an actual meal. When you're desperate enough, the vinegar and spices trick your taste buds into thinking you're eating something substantial. Workers look the other way. They see the same faces come in, quietly grab condiments without ordering, and just don't say anything. It is an unspoken arrangement happening in fast food joints across America. Gas station midnight runs. After midnight, gas stations become budget steakhouses for people with empty pockets. Those hot dogs on roller grills have legal expiration times. Most stations pull them by morning. Around midnight, clerks mark them down to 50 cents just to move inventory. A single hot dog delivers 150 calories and 5 grams of protein for someone who hasn't eaten anything hot in a week. That is a feast. The bun, free at most stations. You're doubling your food volume without spending an extra cent. Night shift clerks notice regulars. Relationships form. Some workers hold back almost expired items for specific people. Better it feeds someone than feeds a dumpster. The foil pouch revolution. Forget cans. Tuna pouches weigh almost nothing, slip into a pocket, and require no can opener. $1.5 gets you 20 grams of pure protein, no liquid to drain, no sharp metal edges slicing through your bag or your fingers. Tuna contains omega-3 fatty acids. These help with brain function and mood regulation. When you're sleeping behind a dumpster and haven't talked to family in 3 years, your mental state needs all the help it can get. Food banks almost never stock these. Donors assume homeless people have kitchens, stoves, refrigerators, the whole setup. They don't. Water, the underrated survival tool. Homeless individuals drink massive amounts of water before and after eating. Why? Because 16 ounces of water before a meal tricks your stomach into thinking you're fuller than you actually are. It is not about fitting into jeans. It is about making half a sandwich feel like a whole one. Public fountains become lifelines. Parks, libraries, government buildings, the only free hydration in most cities. Free coffee from church services does double duty. The caffeine suppresses appetite for hours. 1 cup in the morning and suddenly lunch feels optional. Water keeps you alive long enough to find your next meal. The truth nobody wants to hear. This isn't poverty porn. This is survival intelligence developed by people society abandoned. Every item on this list exists because the system failed first. Peanut butter, day-old bread, cold beans, condiment packets. These aren't meals. They're workarounds for a world that doesn't care if you freeze or starve. The people using these strategies aren't stupid. They're resourceful in ways most of us will never need to be. And if you're reading this thinking, that'll never be me, good. I hope you're right. But systems collapse. Jobs disappear. Medical bills pile up. 1 bad month can become 6. The difference between surviving and not surviving isn't luck. It is knowing which doors to walk through at midnight and which packets to grab when nobody's watching.